Okay, so I'm gonna start off by making my no heat Swiss meringue, and I have some pasteurized egg whites. They have to be pasteurized, and then you're gonna need 3/4 of a cup. Make sure they are pasteurized, because that means they are safe to eat. Um, Swiss meringue is usually you have to cook the egg whites, but I really prefer this one. It's much easier and tastes really good. So you're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of egg whites, and then you're gonna add 6 cups of powdered sugar into your mixing bowl. Stand mixer makes life so much easier. And you're just gonna whip it and add some vanilla. I usually just kind of wing the vanilla part. About a tablespoon, and then you're gonna add 3 cups of butter, which is 6 sticks of butter, and they have to be at room temperature. They have to be soft, or else you're gonna get chunks of butter, and they has to be unsalted butter too. So you're just gonna whip it, and it's gonna become really soft and beautiful and velvety and rich and sweet. So for this part, I have vanilla candy coating that you can buy at the grocery store. I usually prefer other brands, but this is just what I have. I melted it in the microwave in 30-minute intervals and just kind of stirred it every 30 seconds, sorry. And you're just gonna put it in a tray and then tap it and just flatten it out, and then I'm gonna add my fruity pebbles on top. And yeah, it has to be tempered, so make sure you do the 30-second intervals. And like I said, you can find this chocolate at any grocery store. Like, this was from Target or Fry's maybe. And then load it up with fruity pebbles, and then you're gonna put it in the freezer, just for a little bit. It gets hard if it's tempered. It will get hard pretty quickly. And then you're gonna get a cookie cutter, any shape, but I was using squares. And then just start cutting. If you tempered it correctly, then it should be come out like this, and you can do any size that you want. And then yeah, here they are, and that's it. Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be making some Fruity Pebble cupcakes. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to decorate them. And first of all, I'm in my room, and this is just the best setup for now. I don't ever decorate in my room. Also, I have my hair down, and if I'm selling any product, I never ever wear my hair down either. I've used to go, there was a time where I went out to eat like 4 times in like a month, and I found hairs in my food 4 times in the span of like 1 month, and I think that is disgusting. So I'm not going to show you how I baked the cake, but I did show how I made my frosting. And I did actually mix it with some cream cheese frosting that I had, just so it doesn't go to waste. I just don't like throwing away stuff if I'm not gonna use it. Then I made these little chocolate squares. So cute. Okay, so what you need, you can make those squares. This is just how I decorate, how I'm going to decorate them. And you're gonna need cupcakes. You can make your own from scratch. You can find a recipe. You can make it from a box mix. Anything. This frosting is so easy to make, really. So it's way better than American buttercream. This is actually a Swiss buttercream, no heat Swiss buttercream. So you don't even have to cook the egg whites or anything like that. But then I have a piping bag. This is pretty small, but I think it should be good. I have bigger ones, but I don't want to use those. And then I'm using a round tip just because I am adding cereal to my frosting, and I think it will look better. And sometimes with smaller tips you get pieces stuck in your tip. And then I have some cereal. Here you go. Fruity Pebbles for decoration as well. I'm gonna have to kind of kneel upwards. Okay, so I'm actually going to start by making the frosting. I'm going to add Fruity Pebbles into my frosting. You can add as much or as little as you want. This recipe that I showed would probably be enough for 24 cupcakes, the frosting. And like I said, you don't want to kind of make a frosting that's so full of Fruity Pebbles because it's going to be very hard to pipe. So you kind of just want the flavor in there. Actually, by the way, I'm using white cupcakes. So I also tried to bake some cupcakes with Fruity Pebbles in them, and they look super cool. They look like funfetti almost. And I tried one, and it kind of tasted like the Fruity Pebbles were kind of hard and chewy. So I didn't like it, but if you want to, you can do that, but I personally wouldn't. It was not good. So you're just gonna mix. And you just want it to look like that. Like I said, you don't want to go too crazy with it. Hopefully we won't have any problems. So then you're gonna take your piping bag. So then I'm gonna take my round tip. This is the 809 from Matico. Some people really memorize their tips, and I don't. I just like all tips, and I don't look at the numbers. Okay. So you're gonna cut up a little bit. I used to do this a lot when I started decorating. I used to cut up a lot, and then I would end up with my tip falling out. So just cut a little bit just so you have enough. You can test it out if you need. However you want. Then you can use gloves for all of this. I'm not going to because I'm probably gonna eat them. I'll probably try one, see how it is. Okay, and then you're just gonna pipe it, put it in your piping bag. This is how you usually do it. You basically just kind of fold down. You can use a cup too, but this is how I've always done it. And then you end up with this beauty. Just a little piping bag. Like I said, if you're doing a lot of cupcakes, I would suggest a bigger one, but I'm not. So I'm just gonna take this cupcake, and I think I just want to do okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to pipe this. See, I think I'm just gonna go around. There you go. That's better. I was doing another way, but this one's way better. So you're just gonna, I'll show you another one. You're just gonna squeeze and kind of go around. I'm gonna move this over here. And then you're gonna take your cupcake, and I have a plate full of Fruity Pebbles here. And I'm just gonna take my hand and coat only the kind of the outside, the bottom half. It obviously looks way cooler if you add a lot of frosting, but I'm not a frosting. Well, I'm like a half and half girl. I like cake and I like frosting. So if you want to add more frosting so it looks cooler, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm just doing how I feel because I want to eat these, and I don't want a amount of frosting on there. I'm gonna grab a square. This is kind of like bark, Fruity Pebbles bark, I guess. And I'm just gonna put it in there. We want all the color we can get. I love all the colors, it's so cute. And then I'm basically just doing this because I like to have different textures and colors and flavors. Then I'm gonna grab a paper straw. You can pretty much use any color, but I have these colorful ones, and I don't know, I think it kind of looks like Fruity Pebbles colors. And you're just going to cut, oh my gosh, I can't talk. about close to 2 inches. And you're going to put it on the side, kind of like a shake. I also have little squares of Fruity Pebbles. I don't think I'm gonna use these. I'm totally just winging it. But I do like it. You can of course leave out the straw, but I just think it adds a little touch of something. I'm putting my hair back because I don't want any hairs on my cupcakes. So you're gonna take your cupcake and basically just pipe around the cupcake. And let's do a taller one. Okay, that might look way better actually. Let's see. And you're going to do the same and kind of coat the sides with your cereal. Kind of like that. I really hope you can see. I'm really blind that I can't even see from here. Okay. Then you're going to grab a little square and kind of stick it in there. This one looks way better. Okay, I guess. See, that's how I do things. I just have to look at it and see if it's good. Okay, I honestly don't even want to taste it. It looks so good, but I'm not a cupcake person at all. I'm not a cake person at all. I love to make cakes and I like the ideas of cakes, but that is really good actually. Who says you can have cupcakes for breakfast? Honestly. There you go, buddy. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Follow me on social media.